The soft glow of the flickering dias illuminated her face, casting a golden shimmer over her delicate features. Draped in a pink sari that caught the light with every movement, she leaned forward, her fingers carefully arranging the tiny flames on the patterned cloth before her. A quiet joy played across her lips as she admired the warm, dancing lights. The scent of fresh flowers and incense lingered in the air, mingling with the faint hint of sandalwood from the bangles on her wrists. Tonight was special. One of those nights when time slowed, when the heart felt lighter, and when even the simplest moments carried a quiet magic. She reached for another dia, her long hair slipping over her shoulder as she tilted her head slightly, lost in the glow of the festival. The world outside faded away, leaving only this, her, the light, and the silent promise of hope in the flames she had so carefully kindled. The room was filled with warmth, not just from the soft glow of the lights but from the love that radiated between them. She sat in the center, her dark eyes shining behind her glasses, a smile as bright as the sun playing on her lips. In her arms, she cradled two precious bundles, her little warriors, her heartbeats, her everything. The twins, dressed in matching black shirts with the word forest sprawled across them, gazed at the world with wide, curious eyes. One nestled against her, his tiny fingers resting on her arm, while the other looked ahead, his round cheeks glowing with innocence. Behind them, a handcrafted macrame shelf swayed gently, adorned with tiny wooden dolls, a quiet reminder of the simple joys of life. This was her sanctuary, a moment frozen in time, where love had a face, warmth had a touch, and happiness had a heartbeat. The crisp morning air carried the scent of fresh leaves as the family stood against a lush green backdrop, their warmth radiating brighter than the sun filtering through the bamboo. They weren't just posing for a picture, they were capturing a moment, a feeling, a chapter in their journey together. The father, dressed in a denim jacket and a wide smile, held one of the twins securely in his arms. The little boy, clad in a cozy navy sweater and green pants, looked out at the world with wide, thoughtful eyes. Beside them, the mother, wrapped in a soft beige sweater, held the other twin close, their matching outfits a silent testament to the unbreakable bond they shared. The little ones, their tiny hands resting on their parents, carried the same spark in their eyes, the same sense of wonder, the same unspoken love. And as the wind rustled the leaves around them, it whispered a promise, that no matter where life took them, they would always have this. A family bound not just by blood but by love, laughter, and 1,000 moments like this one. The soft chime of temple bells echoed in the background as they stood together, bathed in the golden morning light. It was a day of blessings, love, and new beginnings. The scent of incense and marigolds filled the air, mingling with the quiet laughter that played on their lips. The father, his broad smile reflecting pride, cradled one of the tiny newborns in his strong arms. The baby, dressed in a little green shirt, blinked sleepily, a faint smear of kumkum on his forehead, a symbol of protection, of prayers whispered over him. The night shimmered with golden fairy lights, casting a warm glow over the bustling streets filled with laughter, music, and the scent of festive sweets. It was a night of celebration, a moment to cherish, and at the heart of it stood a family radiating joy. The mother, draped in an elegant purple sari embroidered with gold, held her little one close, her smile bright as the fireworks that crackled in the distance. The flowers in her neatly pinned hair added a delicate grace, a silent nod to the beauty of tradition. Beside her, the father, his maroon kurta speckled with tiny celebratory sparkles, held their other child with a protective embrace, his grin wide and full of warmth. She was dressed in a modest yet graceful churidar, consisting of a well-fitted kameez with delicate embroidery and churidar pants that allowed ease of movement. The barber poured water over her head, drenching her plaits, and he put rubber bands to secure the plaits. With practiced ease, the barber tilted her head forward, drawing her closer. The sharp steel razor, fitted with a fresh blade, pressed against her crown. The razor strokes sent a thick, dark strand sliding down, landing on the marble floor. Her breath caught in her throat. Another stroke. She remained still, eyes closed, embracing the rhythmic scraping as the razor glided over her scalp. The barber tilted her head side to side, ensuring every inch of her scalp was cleared. Soon, the final strokes were made. He wiped her head clean, revealing a perfectly smooth, shining scalp. Her friends performed arti with money to ward off evil and then gave the offering as a donation to the barber for shaving their friend's head into a shiny, smooth bald scalp without any cuts or bleeding. Now, standing outside, she felt lighter, not just in appearance but in spirit. The weight of expectations, of attachments, had lifted. She turned to her mother, who looked at her with nothing but pride and love. Together, they smiled, two souls connected beyond words, celebrating not just an offering, but a transformation. Under the golden glow of the evening lights, a family stood together, bound by love and tradition. The young mother's smile radiated warmth as she held her son in her arms, his tiny hands gripping onto her for comfort. Her freshly shaven head gleamed under the soft lights, a mark of her devotion and faith. Beside her, an elderly woman, her silver hair neatly tied back, cradled another child, a little boy with an uncertain expression, his head as smooth as hers. In the heart of the temple dining hall, the family sat together, their freshly shaven heads bearing the sacred mark of devotion. The young woman, dressed in an elegant green churidar, smiled gently as she relished the simple yet divine meal served on a banana leaf. The air was filled with the soft hum of prayers, the clinking of metal plates, and the rich aroma of prasadam. It was a moment of peace, a celebration of faith and surrender. Her shaved head was not just a symbol of tradition but a testament to her sacred journey of gratitude, renewal, and spiritual offering. As they sat together, bound by love and devotion, the meal before them was more than just food. It was a blessing, a sacred reminder of their faith and the strength they carried as a family. Dressed in vibrant red and gold, she held her little one close. Beside her, her husband and their other sons walked in matching attire, their smiles reflecting a shared sense of devotion. At the temple, they bowed in gratitude, offering their prayers with full hearts. The chants, the scent of incense, and the warmth of tradition filled the air. This was more than just a ritual, it was a bond, a new beginning, and a moment they would cherish forever.